The trend in the United States with perennials is to have them a little bit smaller and a little bit more compact. And yes, I must confess, I've embraced that. A couple of years ago, two of our team members were over in Europe at one of the big trade shows looking at all the cool new plants coming out of England and France and the Netherlands and places like that. And they fell in conversation with a perennial breeder. This perennial breeder was working on compact plants, but he had this whole group of perennials that were bigger, they were larger, more kind of bold. So we embraced this collection and we called them BOLDSCAPE. And behind me, you see an example of this program. It's completely unique. It comes to the marketplace in a 5-gallon size container versus a gallon or a 2-gallon or a 4-inch pot. So you've almost got plants which are of a finished size in your garden. So let me take you through some of the plants. Do I have a favorite? Hey, they're all my favorite. You know me, I love the plants. So starting on my right, we've got a real nice white lavender here called Vitro Fort. And then behind me, we've got lots of these great penstemons. These are from the Cha-Cha series. We've got reds, we've got lavenders, we've got pinks. I'm sure there's a white in there somewhere. So here we are in June at the time of the filming, and look at the amount of flowers on these plants, and there are still buds and blooms coming through. Over to my right, this beautiful orange plant is an agastache, or an agastache, some people pronounce it, from the Kudos series. We've got an orange, we've got a pink, I'm sure we've got a white in here somewhere, all sorts of different colors for you everywhere. And the great thing about agastaches is that they are an American native as well. Moving quietly along, we've got this terrific new echinacea called Double Scoop Mandarin. Now, you might be saying to me, where do you chaps get the names from? Well, you know, I think sometimes we sit in this smoke-filled room, you know, and come up with these great names. But it's a really, really cool plant. Part of a series as well, nice and bright. This is a plant that's really caught my attention. This is a new group of Caryopteris called the Pavilion series. There's a blue, there's a pink. We don't have it in the collection, but there's also a white. Now these plants are a little bit more compact, but they're very broad. They still have that terrific kind of minty flavor to them, and you can see how foliferous they are. These are great to harvest the flowers, dry them, and you can use them in your potpourri sacks or in your dried flower arrangements during the winter months. The large white flower you see in the back, these are leucanthemums. Common name is Shasta daisies. And I think the variety we have here is called Western Star. Look at the strength of the stems on Western Star. Tall, really bold. The flowers are absolutely fantastic. And with some deadheading, right, those blooms will just keep coming and coming and coming. I nearly missed it. This magnificent salvia in the background here is called Bodacious Blue. Tall grower, probably 4 to 5 feet tall. Don't be afraid once or twice a year to cut the plant back. This is a hummingbird magnet. Susie always tells me with these great funnel-shaped flowers, you know, those are the ones for the hummingbirds, and the butterflies love the flat flowers like achilles, yarrows, things like that. So that's a magnet. Not to be missed. And a penstemon in the back there with these wonderful dark colored leaves and these seashell pink flowers is a penstemon called Dark Towers. This, I guess we have to have one, is probably my favorite in the whole collection. Tall plant, 3.5 feet tall. The blooms will just keep coming and coming and coming. The really nice dark colored flower holds up very well in the high heat of summer. A real nice hardy plant, as you can see. And because of the length of the stems, again, you can harvest those stems and you can use them in your flower arrangements. You know, you've got friends coming over for dinner, family, whatever it might be, and you have this collection in the garden. You can harvest these flowers, put them on the dining room table. If you're out on the patio, put them on the patio table. You can have your friends come with you and you can actually cut a posy for them as well. I mean, it's just terrific. Another lavender. Okay, this one's called Javelin Fort Lavender. Look at the colors of the flowers, look at the density of the plant. Coreopsis, there's some very nice Coreopsis in the collection, but the one I am going to mention is called Coreopsis ladybird, named after the president's wife, Lady Bird Johnson. What is unique about this? It's a nice upright vase-shaped grower. It is compact. It's a blooming machine. And as the camera will show you, it's got this wonderful bright red center on it. That's it. The BOLDSCAPE collection. Who wouldn't want that either in their commercial, their residential landscape, or even some of these plants in containers?